morning everyone, and this is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle that I created and am deciding to release in a different way. This puzzle was created originally to be a Patreon preview for this week as of time of recording, and instead, based on tester feedback, I've decided to release this puzzle early. I'm going to release this to Logic Masters Germany shortly after recording this and releasing this video. This video is going to get posted to my Bremster Unpublished Puzzles puzzle videos channel, or it's a playlist on my channel. Where the videos will get puzzles of mine will get posted, and they won't appear in my regular feed because I will keep them unlisted. If you want to get notified of puzzles that get released this way, my Twitter account, the details will be below, Bremster Puzzles. But if you found this through Logic Masters Germany, where I'll post the link to this video or whatever, then welcome. Feel free to check out some of my other puzzle videos that are there and other stuff that's going on. So the way this puzzle got created is a bit weird. I was playing with this and I wasn't sure what to do with it, and it turned out that the testers' feedback was that this was really, really good, and that I should absolutely release it. The interesting thing is I never completed a test solve of this before my testers did. So I was playing with it, and then my testers saw that I was playing with it and they jumped in and helped me complete the solve. So I've never fully tested this end to end on my own before recording this video. So it'll be interesting to see what I pull off. Yeah, as for the Patreon preview thing, I often will make puzzles and release them as previews to my patrons. Everything that I release as a preview to my patrons will get released for free somewhere. Like I'll publish it to LMD at some point, or it'll go, most likely it's going to go into the playlist that I mentioned previously, which is where this video appears. So if you go to my YouTube channel and check out that playlist, then there will be puzzles there that you may not have seen before. That's really it. Let's have a look at Strange Portal by Bremster. Me. Okay, so we have normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. The green lines are whisper lines, and the way whisper lines work is along whisper lines, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. The most obvious repercussion of this is that you can never put a 5 on a whisper line. 5 lower than 5 is 0, 5 higher than 5 is 10, and they are not valid Sudoku digits. The closer you are to the 5, the more constrained they are. There are other repercussions which we'll go into as solving. The final thing is the constraint I came up with for this puzzle, which are called BlockCages or BlockCages, and that is these brown cages. And the way they work is the digit in the top left corner of the cage may never be placed inside the cage. That's the whole constraint. So with that, this puzzle is solvable. My testers have shown me this. So let's give this a shot. So the thing that I wanted to call out to people was this very, very large cage here. So that cage cannot contain a 1 or a 9. It contains 7 cells in both columns 3 and 7. So we immediately can place a 1-9 pair into those cells. There's a couple of ways of proceeding from here. The way I'm going to do it is the way that my testers found first, not the way I intended first, which is we can now not put 1-9 in here. We can not put 1-9 in here. So we must put 1s and 9s into these cells, but you can never put a 1 into a 1-2 blockage. If you can't put them into here, then the 1 must exist in one of those 2 cells. And because of the way that whispers work, where because of the 5 difference, you will always alternate high-low, because if you start with any digit lower than 5, the next digit must leapfrog the 5 and go higher than 5. The next digit will leapfrog, go lower. Similarly, if you start high, then you must leapfrog and go low, and that will continue to alternate. So, because one of these must be low, and they are 2 apart, they must both be low, and this must be high, which means the 9 must go in the middle. And you immediately get that. And remember, this cage doesn't sum to 12. It just cannot contain a 1 or a 2. So that is pretty much given at the start. The next thing to look at are these whisper lines. So if we look at, for example, that cell, What we know about that cell is it cannot be 1 or 9, and it cannot be 5. So we can put in 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. However, for it to be 4 or 6, then the cells on either side of it would need to be, if it's 4, the only digit that is 5 difference is 9, and those would need to be 9s. But we can't put 9 in any of those positions because we've got these 1, 9 pairs. So it can't be 4. Similarly with 6, these would need to be 1s, and they can't because of the 1, 9 pairs. So this can't be 6. This cell actually has the same constraint because I cannot put 1 or 9 here. I can't put 4 or 6 here. I can't put 5. I can't use 1 or 9. So this is 2, 3, 7, 8. This cell, I can't use 1, 9. I can't use 4, 6 because that can't be 1 or 9. So this is 2, 3, 7, 8. This cell, I can't use 4, 6 because I can't put 1, 9 there. I can't use 1, 9 because I see the 1, 9 pair, and I can't use 5. This is 2, 3, 7, 8. And the logic holds true all the way down this line as well. This cell, not quite as constrained. It can't be 4, 6, but it could be 1, 9. So in here, I've literally got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, which is a little bit too much to pencil mark for now. So the next thing we can look at is that cell here. If this is a 3, it would need to be bounded on each side by 8 and 9, and I don't have a 9, so it can't be 3. If it was 7, it would have to be bounded by 1 and 2. I don't have it, so that can't be 7. This also can't be 3 and 7 by exactly the same logic. So I end up with a 2, 8 pair here. These have to be low digits, and I can't use 2. So these are going to be from 1, 3, 4 and must contain a 1. So we can get to this point of the puzzle fairly easily. Now, what is next? I think it is this cell. If I look at this cell, this is again on a whisper line, so, and it can't be 1, 9, so 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. However, again, if I was to use a 4 here, I would need to put a 9 in both of those, and this is in the 1, 9 blockage, and I can't put a 9 here as well. So this is also 2, 3, 7, 8. And now I've got in here 4, 5, 6. This is the same. I can't put 1, 9 here, so I can't put 4, 6 here. This is 2, 3, 7, 8. But I can actually take it a step further, because this cell here, if I think about up here, if this is a 2, this is a 7, 8, and the 2 and the 2 has been used. Sorry, if this is 2, this is 7, 8, and the 2 and the 8 have been used. If this is 8, this is 2, 3. So the 2 and 8 get used either way. So this can't be 2, 8, and the logic is identical over here. This can't be 2, 8. This becomes 3, 7. Now there is another trick, and I think it is here. If this is 3, this could only be 8, 9, and if this is 7, this could only be 1, 2, but I can't put 1 and 9 in this cage, so I can take the 1 and 9 out. And the same is true here. This becomes 2, 8. Because again, the only thing that's 5 away from 3 is 8 and 9. The only thing that's 5 away from 7 is 1 and 2, and I can't put 1 or 9 in this cage, so I get a 2, 8 pair. Now, this 3, 7 cage comes into play, because now I've got this 3, 7 pair. I can't put a 3, 7 here. I've got a 2, 8 pair, which means I can't put 3, 7 there. I can't put 3, 7 into that cage, so this becomes a 3, 7 pair. This 9 is now looking down, and I can't put 9s into any of those. They are 9s. And I could have put that in earlier. As soon as I got that 9, I could have pencil marked those 9s. It didn't. Okay. There is more I can do, and I'm trying to remember the order I want to do it in. I think it's this, and I'll continue to do it on the left. Next to 3, as I said before, you can only put 8 or 9, and next to 7, you can only put 1 or 2, but this time it goes the other way. I can't put 2, 8 in there, and it's the same here. Next to 3, I can only put 8 or 9. Next to 7, I can only put 1 or 2, but I can't put the 2 or 8 in here, and I get a 1, 9 pair. Now, I can look, in here I've got 4, 5, 6, the same. I have not placed 4, 5, 6 in this column yet. That one can't be a 5. If I look in this row, once I've got this 4, 5, 6, then I can't put 2, 8 into those cells, and I can't put 2, 8 into those cells. So 2 and 8 must go in here, which means I can't put 2 or 8 into any of those cells. So I can't put 2, 8 into any of those cells, and this becomes a 2, 8 pair. And yeah, I'm just running through this almost as a scripted solve at the moment because I do remember how I was setting this up as I was building it. I only created this a few days ago. At some point, I'm going to run out of what do I do next. Believe me, I am. Now, I think the trick at this point is to start coloring because I can get a whole heap of high-low coloring at this point. So I'm going to pick that cell to start in. So I don't know whether it's high or low, so I'm going to call it green, and I can color that line green and purple. So whatever this is, these are going to be the same because of the same alternating high-low that I used here. So these will all be the same, these will be the same. But this 2.8 has to be different to that 2.8. So this will be purple, so these will be purple, and these will be green. But I can actually continue this because these are a 2, 3, 7, 8 quadruple, and these will be either too high or too low. So if this is 7, 8, this is going to be 2, 3, and if this is 2, 3, this is going to be 7, 8. So this must be the same as that one. So those will become green. And the same logic applies here. This will be green, these will become purple. Now, once I'd got one side, I could have used the 2.8 to leapfrog. Now, there are more tricks, and this is about the bit of the puzzle where I was when my testers jumped in and I got very, very stuck. So proceed to get stuck again. This must be a 1-9 because of it being next to a 4-6 on a whisper line. Now, this can't be... This cell is actually more restricted than it looks, and this was a trick that I wanted to use because it must be the same as this. So if this is a 1, if this is a 1, then this would have to be 7, 8, or 9. It couldn't be 9, and it couldn't be 8. So if this is 6, 1, this is 7. If this is 4, 9, then this would be 1, 2, or 3, and it couldn't be 1 or 2. So this is only 3 or 7. And the reason it couldn't be 1 or 2 is I can't put 1 in this cage, and I can't put 2 in this cage, but 2 is already allocated down here anyway. I just wanted a double reminder. So this is only 3, 7 because the 2.8 does it. There's multiple ways of seeing that can't be a 2. So this is either 4, 9, 3 or 6, 1, 7. So I do get another 3, 7 in the middle here. These, I think, are now restricted. So these can't be 4 or 6. So they are 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. And they can't be 2 or 8. So these are because of the 2-8 pairs, or the cage. So these are 1, 3, 7, 9, which gives me a 1, 3, 7, 9 quadruple, which means this is 4, 5, or 6. This puzzle isn't easy, and I fully acknowledge that. My testers thought it was easier than I did. Now, these cells, I think, also have a bit of more of a restriction than you think, because again, this must be different to this, and I can't be 3, 7. So if this was 1, then this would be... It can't be 6 because if it was 6, I'd have to do another 1. So this would be 8 or 9. And if it's 9, I can't use 4 and I can't use 3. So it's 1, 2. So this is 1, 2, 8, or 9. I think, and it can't be 1 or 9. So this is actually 2 or 8. And over here I get the same. This is 2 or 8. I knew this was more restricted than I thought. So now I've got 1, 2, 3. So these become 4, 5, and 6. This now can't be 4, 5, or 6. So if it's 2, it can be... this can be 7, 9 if it's high, because I can't use 6 because that's not 1, and I can't use 2 or 8. And if it's low, I can't use 4 or 2, so it's 1 or 3. So this is 1, 3, 7, 9. And over here I have the same 1, 3, 7, 9. trying to remember. I always feel like an idiot when I'm solving my own puzzles like this. It's like, I don't remember what to do. Oh, this can't be 1 or 9. And the reason it can't be 1 or 9 is if this is 1, this becomes 8, and that couldn't be 1 again. So these can't be 1 or 9. These are 3 or 7, which means these are the opposite colour of those. So, and let me run through that again quickly because it's a bit of logic that I've only really started playing with on Whisper lines recently. If this is, and I've seen other people do it, like I'm not new on this, it's just I've started playing with it recently. If this is a 1, this becomes the 8, and I couldn't put another 1 in here because these are the same high-low, so I can't repeat the digit. So this can't be another same color 1-9. So that can't be a 1-9, or it'd have to be exactly the same digit as that one. Same here. If I made this 1 or 9, it would be exactly the same digit as that, so it can't be 1 or 9. So now I can color these lines. This is green, this is green, this is purple, this is purple, this is purple, and this is green. And that's given me a bit more information. So this being purple makes that green. So this is purple, and this is green. And I still don't know which is high or which is low, but I'm getting more information on the grid. Now, this whisper line is the one I haven't explored. And this is pretty much where I look next, I think. So, actually, there are some things to get, and I'm trying to remember where I am looking. I'm pretty certain I can do some Sudoku on some of these, and I'm trying to find them. Like green 1-9 is in one of those two, because green 1-9 is in those, and it can't be in the top one, because these are all the same digit, and there's a couple of those I can do, I think. And I'm trying to spot where. I thought there was. I could be wrong. Like green 2-8 is over here. Purple 2-8 is over here. And they can't be in the bottom one, so they're in those somewhere. So what can this be? So if it's 2, it's 7, 8, 9. And if it's 8, it's 1, 2, 3. There's got to be a way of limiting that down. Oh, that's interesting. I can't put a 1 or 9 in any of those. So the green 1-9 has to go in one of those. It can't go down here because 1 and 9 is already filled up in this row. So the green 1-9 must go there. And the purple 1-9 must go there. So green 1-9 is in here somewhere. It's in one of those cells. Green 1-9 is down here somewhere. Okay, the challenge of recording at the start of your workday is interruptions, particularly on a Monday morning. Okay, so what was I looking at? I think I was looking at green 1-9s, or 1-9s in general. Now this is actually really restricted because it sees 1-9 and 2-8. This can only be 3, 4, or it can't be, or 6 or 7. So 3, 4, 6, 7 there, which means 3 or 7 would need to go with 8 or 9. So that's not going to work. So I can't put 3, 7 in there anymore. So this is 1, 2, 8, 9. That's close to a quad. And this is where the really tricky spot in this puzzle comes in. And this is the bit where I thought the puzzle was actually kind of broken, and it's not, but it is incredibly tricky. And this is the bit which I think is going to turn this into a possibly a 4-star puzzle. So if this is a 1-9, it would have to be green, which would make this a purple 2-8. And if this is a green 1-9, this is a green 3-7. And if this is a green 3-7, that has to be a purple 2-8 because 3 and 7 is too close. So if this is a green, if this is 1-9, it's green. If this is a green 1-9, this is a purple 2-8 because green goes next to purple. Green 1-9 makes this green 3-7 because the green 1-9 is taken up. Green 3-7 makes this purple 2-8, and I end up with 2 purple 2-8s in the box. This cannot be a 1-9 and becomes a 2-8. This cannot be a 2-8, becomes a purple 3-7. This cannot be a 3-7 and becomes a 2-8. And that is, I admit, ridiculously tricky, and I still don't know the colouring on those, but I do know that those are the same. Now, there's got to be more I can do with that now, surely, right? Now, 3-7 can't go next to 3-7, so that can't be a 3-7, so this becomes 1-9. And now I can colour this middle line. This has to be purple, so these have to be green. And I've got a purple 1-9, so this is not 1-9, this is 3-7, so this cannot be 3-7, this has to be 2-8, this can't be 2-8 anymore, this has to be 3-7, so this can't be 3-7, this has to be 2-8. Right, this is a green for 6. Now, there's a couple of ways forward from here, I think, but what am I looking for? I think this is where I can start doing Sudoku on colors. Like I've got to put a green, no, I can't do that yet. 3, so now I need to put a purple 3-7 down here with the 2-8. So this is going to be 2, 3, 7, 8. So I've got a 2, 3, 7, 8 quad in here because the purple 3-7 has to go down here with the 2-8. So this is going to be 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. This is a green 1-9 because green 1-9s look down and I can't put 1-9 in any of those. So this becomes a green 1-9 and it can't be a 9. Green is a 1 because remember 9s can't go in here. So 9 is in here and this is a 1. And we now know that green is low and that purple is high. So now I can go through and I can go, that's a 7, that's a 9, that's an 8, that's a 3, that's a 2. I can go through the whole grid and do a lot of this stuff. That's a 7, that's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 9, that's an 8. I already knew those were low. These are not 7 and 8. That is 2 or 3. That is 8. That is 9. That is 8. That is 3. That is 2. That is 4. That is 9. That is 3. That is 7. I'm going to do this wrong, aren't I? This is 1. This is 7. This is 2. This is 1. This is 8. This is 3. And I think I've done all of that. So this is now 6 or 7 because it's high and sees 8 and 9. There's no 4 in these anymore. This is a 5-6 pair. And I've got my high-low colouring on most of the grid. 1 is now in one of those two, and it's not there. This is actually a 1, because 1 is in this row. So that's useful. This is 2 or 4. And now I'm just down to doing a weird whispers puzzle. The 2 in this box makes this the 8, so that is high. This becomes the 2, which is low, and this becomes the 8, which is high. So now I know, I already knew that 2 and 8 is down here, but there's no 3 in here now. So this is 2, 7, 8. There's no 2 there. There's no 8 there. That is the 7. So that'll help. That is high, high, Oh, this is the 2 and this is the 8. So that is high and that is low. That makes this 3, which means there's no 3 in those. This is a 1-4 pair, which means there's no 4 there. In fact, this is next to 8. So this had to be low. I could have done that a while ago, which means it's now 3. So there is more stuff. There will be more stuff. It's possible. Have I done all the whisper lines? That one's done, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. So it is just down to Sudoku at this point. Hooray. So this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. I can't put 3 there. This is the only place I can put 3 in the box. So this is going to be a 4, a 5, and a 6. I need to put a 1 in here. 1, 4, 5, 6. Which gives me a 1, 4, 5, 6 quadruple. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 and 9. This is not 4. This is actually a 5, 6 pair. So this is the 4, which is low, and this is not the 4. So 4 is in there, which I could have got from looking at that. This is 3, 9, which is actually resolved. 9, why did I do that? 9 and 3, which is low and high. Down here, I need to put a 2 in this box in one of those 2 cells. Need to put a 9 in this box in one of those 2 cells. Yeah, that's not where to look. I can't put a 1 in there because this is a 1-2 blockage. So 1 is lining up in here. 1 has to go down here. That is a 1. See, these cages keep meaning stuff. So 9 in this row now can only go there. So that is the 9. This is not the 9. And this is 2, 4, 5, and 6. Over here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. This is a quad. 2, 5, 6, and 7. That's not 7 or 2. What am I doing? There's no 2 here. 2 is absolutely in one of those 2. What am I missing? Lots of Sudoku skill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 go in there. I can't put a 7 in there. Can't put a 7 in there. That is a 7, which makes it high. These are 2, 4, 5, and 6. I don't remember getting this stuck. Oh, that's not a 4. Oh, that 7 is looking down, making that 3 and that 7. So that is low and high. That's not a 7 anymore. So there's a 5, 6 pair. This is a 2, 7 pair. So this is a 5 or a 6 because I can't put a 4 in that box. Blockage. So this is now 4, 5, 6, and I can't put a 9 there. This is the 9, which is high, and this is a 4, 5, or 6. This is not a 4. That's a 5 or a 6. I've got stuff pointing all over the place, I'm sure. So these are 4, 5, 6, or 7. That can't be a 7. Wow. There's an 8 here. Oh, this is a 5, 6 pair. So this can't be 5, 6, or 8. So this is a 4. There's no 4 in here. The 4 looks up taking 4 out of there. This is a 5, 6, 7 triple. This is a 4, making this a 2, making this a 7, making this a 2. This is now a 6. So all this, I've got 4, 6, and 2 in there. So that's a 5. This becomes a 6. There's no 5, 6, or 2. This is a 4. This is now a 7. This is now a 5. The 5 looks down, making this 6 and this 5. So this becomes an 8. I know I could color. I'm actually going to get color by doing that. This is no longer a 6. This is no longer a 6. This is a 5. This is a 6. This is a 5, which takes 5 out of all of those. 6, 4, 5. This is a 6, which takes 6 out of those. The 2 and the 4 look down, making that 5, which makes that 4, which makes that 2. The 4 makes that 5, which makes that 6, which makes that 4, which makes this 1, which makes this 4, which takes the 1 out of those. The 4 means this is the 6, this is the 5, this is the 6, this is the 4, this is the 1. This 6 means that is the 5, and that is the 6, and that is Strange Portal. Lots of weird interactions happening with whisper lines, which I'm really happy with. The pressures of not being able to use just these 2 1s and 9s, I really liked how much pressure that put on these whisper lines, and the continued pressure of this 1-9 blockage on these whisper lines as well, and then the continued pressure that continued to happen by finding, the 1-9 pair in here, meaning that this cell was more constrained than it appeared, all the continued pressures down here, and the big trick in box 4 of once you've done the coloring, of finding out that this couldn't be the 1 or 9, or else you'd end up with these cells being exactly the same. That is the big trick, I think, to this puzzle that will stump a lot of people. It stumps me. So hopefully you found that one interesting. I'm really happy with this puzzle. Yeah, I'm really happy with this puzzle. As an introduction to a new constraint that I've been playing with, I'm really happy. So please provide feedback. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, good luck with your solving.